under the sound of my voice. We thank you for being God all by yourself. And now, our Heavenly Father's preaching. We ask, O God Almighty, that you remove me from self and use me to your honor and to your glory, that I might preach as well as teach your unadulterated word. In the matchless and marvelous name of Jesus, who is the Christ and the soon coming King, and say amen. 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 Won't you give the Lord a hand for it? God is good. And he's worthy of all our praise. Amen. God bless you, ushers. God bless you. The text that's been read into your hearing from 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 1 through 7. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 1 through 7. Deal with King David now. He's now the king, and he has rest from the war. The Bible says that he has now taken the throne, and God has subdued his enemies round about him. He looks around the beautiful palace and desires that if he's living in such a beautiful place, then God ought to have a beautiful place as well. Have you ever had someone come to you with a grand vision? A grand vision for the kingdom, not for themselves, but for doing something for God and doing something for the kingdom of God. And while you should never shoot them down, always be careful to advise them that God sometimes gives big visions so that we will experience the reality of him saying no to us carrying out that vision personally. It might get carried out, but it might not be carried out by us. It isn't the divine vision that's in the text that there's something wrong with it. There's nothing really wrong with the vision. It's just that God sometimes doesn't want our ego getting bigger than him. You know, every now and then you meet somebody whose head is so big that it barely fits through the door. Have you ever met anybody like that? Their ego has gotten so big because of what they have accomplished and what they have done and where they have been and what they have seen, that they seem to be so, as my mom and dad would say, full of themselves, that they can barely get their head through the door. And I think we all know people like that, and maybe even we ourselves at times have been like that. When ego has taken over and has outshined God, be careful. Be careful when your ego gets puffed up, that it becomes bigger in your view than God itself. Yes, sir. And sometimes God will give grand visions, and we'll want to do that. But God knows us, and he knows that if we do it, we'll say, look what I have done. Look what I have done. And God doesn't want us to build an ego on top of him where he should be at the top. So sometimes he can bring us down. So today's message I've entitled The Power of the Mind Knows. The power of the divine knows. No, nobody likes to hear no. I have a little grandson that if you say no to him, his head goes down and he immediately starts to pout. And I believe that some of us are just like that. When God says no to us, when God says no to us, immediately our heads go down and we begin to pout, just like the little children that we are. Now, that does not change my love towards my grandchild. It doesn't change how much I love him. It just shows me his attitude towards me saying,